Hey guys.
Hello.
Everyone. Hello. Just making sure that everyone has the link who needs it. Yes, looks good. Oh, okay. Okay. How's everyone doing today?
Doing all right.
All right. What do you need today? Anything? Everything? Whatever?
Everything?
Everything would be good.
Okay. Okay. Well, let's just start off in a little bit of meditation. So we've been doing, last week we started doing, what is it called? Metta meditation, which is kindness, loving kindness meditation. We've been doing that in all of our meditation classes. And I thought that it might be nice to just start with a really basic version of that right now. So find your comfortable seat, sitting up nice and tall, finding your deep breath. Bring your focus to yourself and notice any feelings that are coming up to start with. And then without judging those feelings or judgments, just we'll move on and we'll start to repeat 4 phrases. May I be safe. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I live with ease. May I be safe. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I live with ease. May I be safe. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I live with ease. Continue to repeat those to yourself the best that you can remember. Take one more round of breath like that. And then you can just take a moment before you open your eyes to notice how that felt for you. And then you can open your eyes. I've shared with everyone a playlist that you are welcome to play or not. It's one of Abby's that I love. So we're going to move to that today. If anything else came up for you that you want to work on, feel free to put it in the chat or to come off mute and let me know. So let's come on to hands and knees. And you can start to just find some gentle movement. You can go ahead and press play on the playlist if you're playing it. And we're starting with our regular cat-cow. So in your inhale, open the chest, stretch the belly, lift the tailbone, and then exhale, round your spine. Really lift through the mid-back, keep the belly engaged, and then inhale, same thing. So we're keeping the belly engaged through the inhale and through the exhale. Let's take one more round. And then bring your big toes to touch knees wide and press back to your child's pose. Let your elbows lift away from the ground as you press into your fingertips. Maybe even the heels of the hands lift up. Really stretching through the shoulders. Drop your right armpit towards the ground a little bit. And then lift it up as you drop the left. And we'll just go back and forth, lifting the right side of the body and then the left side of the body, going a little deeper into the shoulder stretches. And then back to center, release the elbows down. Take a few breaths of relaxation. And then let's come forward to the belly. So from your belly, we're going to come into Sphinx pose to start. So elbows under the shoulders. Press into the forearms, lift through the crown of the head. Lift up a little higher. And then see if you can pull the chest forward. Feel a little bit more expansion through the low back. Let's take one more breath here. Now exhale, release down. Bring your hands under your shoulders. Press into the tops of your feet. Press into your pinkies as much as you're pressing into your big toes. And then inhale, lift your head, press your chest forward. Press the backs of your shoulder blades back towards the wall behind you. On your exhale, release down, forehead to the mat. Inhale, press up to plank. Exhale, press back to your child's pose. Inhale, come forward to your belly. Elbows can come down, chest can graze, and then up to your high or low cobra. We'll take 3 breaths. On your next exhale, release down and back. Child's pose. Take an inhale and an exhale. And then on your next inhale, sliding forward, raise the chest and lift up to your cobra or baby cobra. Feel that deep engagement in your upper back. Exhale, release down. Inhale, lift up one more time. Exhale, release. Inhale, press up to plank. Let's hold here in plank on your toes or on your knees. Good, really strong and engaged through the belly. We're gonna take a few breaths here. So press into your fingertips, keep your fingers spread wide. On your next exhale, press back to your down dog. Press into your fingertips. And then step or hop to the top of your mat. So feet can be wide as hips or even a little bit wider if you'd like. And then drop your head down. Shift your weight back into your heels and then slowly forward into your toes. And find a place that feels like a stretch, but not too uncomfortable. Tuck your chin into your chest, see how that feels. One more breath. Inhale to your half lift. So before you even lift up, glutes engage, and then your back engages to lift. As you lift up, belly engages to hold you strong. Let's hold here. Let's bring the elbows back by the side. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, palms open wide, and then lift up onto the toes, heels high. Strong through the belly. See if you can keep the heels lifted. Keep the elbows pulling towards each other all the way up. And then slowly release the heels down. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, step back to plank. Holding here nice and strong. Exhale, slow lower down. And then inhale, cobra, baby cobra, or sphinx. Let's take some breaths here. On your inhale, turn your gaze towards the ceiling. And then exhale, release everything down. Inhale, push up to plank. Exhale, down dog. On your next exhale, step your right foot forward on the outside of your right hand, and then left knee down. Good, so we're taking a lizard pose here, but just a gentle one. So if you can come down onto your forearms, maybe don't, just because it's the beginning of our practice, and we're gonna go a little more gently. Plant your left hand under your left shoulder, and then bring your right hand to your right thigh, and just assist a little bit of a stretch here, a twist here. Come back to center, both hands down. You can keep your hands to the inside of your right foot and then straighten the right leg. Find the right hamstring stretch. One more breath. And then walk your hands forward. Step back to plank. Deep breaths in, full exhales out. On your next exhale, press back to your down dog. Deep breath in. And then exhale, left foot steps forward, outside of your left hand, right knee down. Find a gentler stretch here in your lizard. Now move the right hand under the right shoulder if it's not already there. Left hand to the left thigh, assist in a little twist here. And then back down to center. Hands can stay to the inside of the left foot, straighten the left leg. So hands can stay where they are, or you might walk them back in order to send the tailbone back and the chest forward a little bit more. That'll deepen your stretch. Let's walk the hands forward, step back to plank. Strong in the belly. Let's take 10 deep breaths. You can always drop down to your knees, especially if it feels like you're losing engagement in the belly. Keep some softness in the elbows so they're not locked out, keeping the arms working. Now start to squeeze the inner thighs towards each other. And then we'll slowly release down. Inhale, lift your head, chest, and hands along with the right leg. And then reach the right arm alongside the right ear. Exhale, release down. Inhale, head, chest, arms, and left leg. And then left arm alongside the left ear. Release down. Let's press back to child's pose, knees wide. Notice if there's any resistance in the low back, in the shoulders, or in the hips. Good. Taking your long, deep breaths. On your next exhale, press back to your down dog. Good, let's take a deep bend in the left knee. And then a deep bend in the right knee. Good. Now straightening out both legs as much as is comfortable, so that might still mean a pretty deep bend, but at least they'll be even. On your inhale, look forward, and on your exhale, step or hop to the top of your mat. Good. Let's take a few more breaths in standing forward fold. Now on your inhale, you're going to lift up halfway. You're going to bring your fists together so that your edges of your thumbs and your forefingers are pressing against each other. And then bring those fists in between your inner thighs, just above your knees. And then start to squeeze your knees in together towards your fists. So we're looking for some engagement in the inner thigh. Imagine you're trying to squeeze the entire inner line of your thigh towards the other thigh. Now from here, we're going to start to sit the hips back. Keep the belly strong. Keep pressing into the heels so the glutes are engaging. Keep squeezing into the hands. Now if it feels possible, go ahead and lift up onto your toes, but keep all that squeezing. Now, obviously your weight's not going to be in your heels anymore, but you can still keep engagement in the glutes. Now you're going to keep those engagements, but you're going to release your hands, bring your palms together to heart center, and then reach your arms up alongside your ears. Keep lengthening down through the tailbone. Maybe lift the chest a little higher. Now the knees are going to start to open away from each other. You're going to press them out wide and we'll hold. And then lift all the way up. Knees are going to start to point forward as you lift all the way up. Exhale, heels down, fold forward. Inhale, half lift. Find your engagements. Exhale, release down. Inhale, step back to plank. Exhale, lower down slowly with control. Inhale, cobra or baby cobra. Exhale, release. Inhale to plank. Exhale, down dog. Deep belly breathing. See if you can keep your shoulders really engaged here as you press into your hands. On your next inhale, lift the left leg high. And then exhale, step it forward. Bring your left toes to your left wrist. And then spin the right heel down. If that turns your hips to the left side, to the right side, step your right foot forward a little bit more, turn the hips forward, and then lift up. So we're coming into a warrior one here, pressing into both feet. Arms are gonna reach up. Now press into both heels, so the glutes are engaged on both sides. And then we're gonna grab the right wrist with the left hand, reach up and over to the left side. Maybe bending a little more deeply into your left foot. On your exhale, press your palms together, bring your hands to heart. Now your back heel might pop up when you do this, that's fine. We're gonna come into a twist, right elbow to the outer edge of your left knee. Good. Now keep pressing into your left heel, so really engaging through the left glute and hip. And then maybe turn your gaze towards the ceiling. Notice what's happening with your right hip. Don't let it collapse down. Now weight is gonna come completely into the front foot. We're gonna step the left foot forward. We're gonna bring the feet together and squeeze the inner thighs towards each other in a chair pose, twisted chair. Maybe the hips drop down a little bit more. Keep pulling the shoulder blades together. On your next inhale, turn forward, hands stay at heart center. Keep squeezing the inner thighs. And then inhale, arms up, heels up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift, bring your feet back to hip width distance. Exhale, release down. Inhale, arms reach alongside the ears all the way up to standing. Exhale, hands through heart center, fold forward. Inhale, step back to plank. Exhale, we're gonna lower knees and then the chest and the chin. So let your weight come down into your chest and your knees. Feel that extension through the spine. And then slowly sliding forward, cobra or baby cobra. Releasing down. Inhale, press to plank. And exhale, down dog. Deep breath in. Full exhale out. Let's take 2 more like that. On your next inhale, lift your right leg. Nice and slow. On your exhale, step right toes to right wrist, and then spin the left heel down, maybe step the left foot forward. Press into both feet, and then as you're ready, start to lift up. Make sure the hips are square. Arms reach up overhead. Good, finding your warrior one. We're gonna keep pressing into both heels so we have a lot of engagement through the glutes. Lengthen down through the tailbone. Front low hip points kind of pull up, reaching for the ribs. Now, your right hand is gonna reach for your left wrist, and you're gonna pull up and over, lengthening through the side body. On your exhale, hands to heart. Find your twist. Left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Keep the hips square. And keep opening out. If the back heel pops up, that's fine. Maybe turning your gaze towards the ceiling. On your next breath, you're going to step your back foot forward. Bring your feet together. Make sure your knees are aligned with each other. And then squeeze your inner thighs, squeeze your knees. Sit back a little bit more. Press your weight into your heels. Feel the glutes getting stronger. And then we'll turn forward. Hands stay at heart center. Inhale, arms reach up, heels lift. Maybe sitting back a little bit more. Let's lift all the way up, heels stay high. And then exhale, fold forward. Drop your head down, step your feet apart. Now bring your peace fingers, if they reach, around your big toes. If they don't reach, you can grab your ankles or your calves. And then your elbows are going to reach away from each other, bringing your belly button a little closer to your thighs. Maybe your head drops down too. Take one more breath. Inhale to your half lift. Exhale, release down. Plant your hands. On your inhale, step back to plank. Good, holding here, strong through the belly. Yes, really nice. Think about the pubic bone reaching up toward the sternum just a little bit. On your next exhale, slow lower down to your belly. Inhale to your cobra or baby cobra. Good. Now get long through the back of your neck. Good, yes. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. On your exhale, slowly lower down. Inhale, press up to plank. Exhale, down dog. Nice. Let's hold here. Deep breathing. You might bend into one leg or the other. Now on your inhale, you're gonna lift your left leg. And then as your left leg is lifted, turn your left knee to the right side a little. On your exhale, step your foot forward in between your hands. And then bend deeply into your front knee. So you have nice alignment here. We're gonna keep the right hand down under the right shoulder and then reach the left arm straight out to the side. Pull the bottom tip of your shoulder blade in towards your spine. And then we'll start to open towards the ceiling. So as you open towards the ceiling, keep pressing your left hip back. On your exhale, bring your hand back down to the inside of your left foot. Spin the right heel down. Start to squeeze your left inner thigh against your left arm. And then bring your right hand to your right hip. Open your shoulders so that you have one stacked on top of the other as much as you can. Turn your gaze towards the ceiling if it's comfortable in the neck. Now keep pressing into your left heel. Lift yourself up. Find your warrior two. So you might have to change your stance a little bit. Arms open wide. Bend your elbows, engage your biceps, turn your palms back. Now press into your right heel as well. Watch the alignment of your left knee to your left ankle. On your inhale, straighten your left leg. Let's turn the feet parallel to each other. And then hinge forward. Prasarita Padottanasana. So again, you can find that variation with either the big toes grasped by the peace fingers or maybe the legs. And then elbows press out wide. Chest and head come down. On your inhale, lift up halfway. And then we're going to toe heel the feet in just one step. So toes and then heels, and then the toes turn forward. So you're just a little wider than your shoulder width distance. Spread your fingers wide and then bring your weight more into your fingertips. So if you're like me and you're half on your mat, half off your mat, you might want to move either on or off. Now as your weight shifts forward, you're going to tap your left toes against your left wrist. And then bring them back down. We'll do the same thing to the other side. Shift your weight forward, right toes to the right wrist. Let's do it twice more on each side. And then when you're done, you can toe heel your feet back out to where they were. Bring your hands to your hips. Inhale and lift up. Good, let's turn towards the back of the mat. So back toes turn towards the back of the mat. And then open the arms wide, reach forward, and down, find your Trikonasana. So as you do this, try pressing into the left heel, and then reach the crown of your head forward towards the right toes. Get longer through your spine. On your exhale, bring your left hand down. Turn towards the back of your mat. Step back to plank. Good. Holding here. Strong through the core. And then slowly lower down. Inhale to your cobra or baby cobra or sphinx if you feel like you need some extension through the spine, some more traction. Let's release back down. Inhale, press up to plank. Exhale, down dog. Good. Lift the tailbone up. Now let's step the feet forward about halfway. Step the hands back. Find your standing forward fold around the middle of your mat. Now you're going to lower your hips down so that your femurs, your thigh bones, are about parallel to the ground. And then your arms can lift alongside your ears. Squeeze the glutes. Now, if you can get them there, bring your elbows in between your knees. Squeeze your elbows wide, squeeze your knees in. So your elbows are pressing against your knees, so your inner thighs are engaged. Palms are pressing against each other. On your inhale, lift your heels. Keep squeezing. Glutes and inner thighs and arms, outer edges of the upper arms and into the shoulders. On your next exhale, release your heels, release your hands, release your head. Now, if it's comfortable for you to face the back of your mat, you're welcome to stay that way. Otherwise, you can just turn towards the top of your mat. Step back to plank. Deep breath in. Full exhale out. Take one more. And lower down. This time we're going to come into a locust pose. So cheek or forehead to the mat, arms wherever you like. On your inhale, lift your left leg high. Let your right leg and right hip relax. Exhale, release down. Other leg. Inhale to lift the right. And then release down. Bring your arms out to the sides like you're making a T. Press into your fingertips, lift your palms. And then lift your head, lift your legs. Exhale, release down, press up to plank. And back to down dog. On your inhale, lift your right leg, nice and slow. And then turn your right knee to the left side a little bit. On your exhale, step your foot forward, in between your hands or close. We're gonna bring the left hand under your left shoulder. Reach the right arm straight out to the side. Engage through the upper back. Press into your right heel and keep the right hip square, and then start to find your twist. On your next exhale, right hand comes down to the inside of the right foot. You can start to press your right inner thigh and your right arm together, spin the left heel down. Start to open up. We're going to take a breath or two here. And then pressing into the right heel, lift up to warrior two. Good, so if palms down feels good, you can take that variation. Otherwise, turn the palms up, bend your elbows, engage the biceps, turn the palms back. Good. Maybe bending a little more deeply into the front knee, or maybe moving in and out of that bend. Let's take one more breath. Inhale to straighten, parallel your feet, and then hinge forward just halfway. See if you can lengthen through the tailbone a little bit more. Inhale to open the arms wide. Keep a little bit of softness in the knees. And then shift your weight back into your heels, and then forward into your toes. We're going to take 10 breaths like that, so 9 more. Just shifting back and forth, keeping the arms lifted. Three more. Really using the calf muscles as you shift forward. Last one. And then release arms down, head down. Find a stretch. On your inhale, lift up halfway. And then you're going to toe heel your feet in just once. Release down a little bit more into your stretch. Inhale to your half lift. This time we'll keep fingertips or knuckles on the ground. And then shift forward and back. 4 more times. Inhaling forward, maybe coming with the heels slightly off the mat, and then back. Really working into the hamstrings. Now this next time, you're gonna lift your heels all the way up as high as you can, and we're gonna hold here. Keeping your back in a half lift, even though now that your hips are higher, you're not really lifted halfway. Keep the heels lifting up higher and higher as you press into the balls of your feet. One more breath. And then release the heels down. Toe heel the feet back out. And then you can lift up. We'll turn towards the opposite edge of your mat. So if you started out facing the front, you'll turn towards the back and vice versa. Inhale to open the arms wide. Reach and come down. So we're coming down towards the left leg here. Right arm is reaching up towards the ceiling or alongside the ear. Press into both feet, nice and long through the side body. Maybe turning your head up if it feels good. On your next inhale, you can lift all the way up. Good, we're gonna toe heel the feet all the way in to hip width distance. Doesn't really matter where you are on your mat now. So let's shift the weight first into your right foot. We're gonna wrap the left leg around the right leg. So it might just come around once with your toes on the ground, Or you might hook left toes to the back of your right calf, or just let them kind of dangle around at the outside. Now start to sit back. Yeah, feel free to hold on to something. And then left leg is on top, so the left arm is going to be underneath. Press the elbows forward and up. Press your palms away from your face, and then shoulders pull down and back. One more breath. And then gently unravel the arms and the legs. Give it a little shake. We'll switch legs. Wrapping right around left. And then start to sit back. And then right under left. Elbows forward and up, palms away from your face, shoulders down and back. One more breath. And then gently release the arms. And then the legs. Good, come down to a seat. We'll bring legs straight out in front. Spread your toes wide. Sorry if my feet are stained. I was staining a table, very dark color. We're gonna lift through the crown of the head. Send the tailbone back first. So you might even reach under you and pull the flesh out from under your seat. And then start to bring the belly button forward. So if you want to try what we were doing earlier, you can grasp your legs or your big toes. Send the belly button forward, and then elbows come wide. So we want to feel a stretch in the hamstrings. If you're feeling this more in your back or more in your knees, you might try this on your back with your legs up the wall instead. Or you might sit on a blanket or a pillow to get the hips a little higher. Inhaling, get the spine a little bit longer, and then exhaling, release down. On your next inhale, you can lift up. Bring your hands behind you. Fingers can point forward, out to the side, or back. And then we're gonna lift the hips in a reverse plank. Let's gently release down. Bring soles of the feet together, knees wide. And then hinge or round forward. Take one more breath. And then on your inhale, you can lift up. Take any last stretch or movement that you need, and then come down onto your back. you might skip ahead in your playlist if you'd like to the third from last, Loka Samasta Sukhi no Bhavantu, if you'd like to, or it'll get there on its own soon enough. Good. So start to bring your breath just a little deeper. Just for about 5 breaths, we're going to take really deep breaths. So think about the bottom of your belly reaching down towards your toes, like sort of forward and down. Now let your breath start to come in its own gentle rhythm. And you can either just notice how the breath feels as it moves in and out of your body, or maybe bring your focus back to that meditation that we started with. May I be safe. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I live with ease. Focusing on all 4 of them in turn or just one of them. Take one more breath where you are. And then start to find some movement in your body. Start to make your way up to a seat if you want. If you have time to continue laying on your back, please feel free to do that. So there's that saying, you are what you eat. And that is absolutely true. But you also are what you think, right? Like you are what you eat in your physical body, but you are what you think in your mind. And so if you practice compassion, if you practice forgiveness, if you practice kindness, that's what your experience becomes. And you can do that because it's better for the world around you. That's a great reason. But you can also do it because it's just like a much more pleasant way to live. So if you're like me and you've been going out in the world, getting really frustrated with the lack of masks, go to that place of compassion and kindness and forgiveness. And man, it really will make your experience better. Let's bring hands to heart center. Deep breath in. Full exhale out. Namaste. Thanks, guys. Have a great rest of your day.
Thanks, Amanda.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Amanda.
Bye. Good to see you all.
Thanks a lot. Bye.
Bye.
Amanda.
Bye, Heidi. Bye, Zach.